Hi, it's Maya here with another Top 5 Wednesday and BookTube SFF Awards topic. And the topic for this week is Top 5 Want to Read Science Fiction and Fantasy. And who am I kidding? There's no science fiction on this list, it's all fantasy, baby. I will leave a link to both of the Goodreads groups down below if you want more information. So these books are on the list for different reasons. One of them isn't even out yet. Some of them I own or could easily get from the library, but I just haven't done that yet. And some of them are in a series that I need to read. Some previous ones before I can get to the one that I'm really looking forward to. On number 5, I have The Winged Histories by Sofia Samatar, and this is a book that takes place in the same world as her book A Stranger in Olondria, which I really enjoyed. And this is about 4 women on the different sides of a violent rebellion. So this book has been out for a while now, but only in hardcover so far, and my library doesn't have the physical version. So I haven't been able to read it and I don't want to buy the hardcover. But my library actually has it on overdrive, so why haven't I read it yet? Well, because it is in a format that doesn't work with the Overdrive app, so I can't read it there. It requires an Adobe app. I managed to get the book loaded and onto the Adobe app, but I couldn't open it. Every time that I tried to open the book, the app crashed. So I have tried to read this book, but I just haven't been able to. And on number 4, I have The Sorcerer of the Wild Deeps by Kai Ashante Wilson. And this is one of those books that I have no reason not to have read yet. I own it on my Kindle, but I just haven't started. This is a novella in a series. 2 are out so far, and I really want to read the second one as well, Taste of Honey. I'm just gonna read you the description. Since leaving his homeland, the earthbound demigod Demain has been labeled a sorcerer. With his ancestors' artifacts in hand, the sorcerer follows the captain, a beautiful man with a song for a voice and hair that drinks the sunlight. So the next book is the one that isn't even out yet. It is out in June, and that is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. And it says it is an unforgettable tale of 2 friends on their grand tour of 18th century Europe who stumble upon a magical artifact. So it's Regency fantasy, my weakness, and they are on a grand tour, and I just want it right now. On number 2, I have The Fall of the Kings by Ellen Kushner and Delia Sherman, the 3rd book in the World of Riverside series. I have read the previous 2, Sword's Point and The Privilege of the Sword, and I need to read this one. I could get it from the library anytime that I wanted. I don't know why I haven't done that yet, because then I could continue with the Tremaine books, which are published by Serial Box in these episodes. They are written by Ellen Kushner and a bunch of other artists. And season 1 is complete. They call these seasons. And it's published in 1 book. And they are currently running season 2, I think. And then finally on number 1, I have The Fitz and the Fool trilogy by Robin Hobb. I so want to read this book, but I haven't read the Rainwild Chronicles yet, and I need to read this series in order. I read the Tawnyman trilogy when it came out, but then I never continued with the Rainwild Chronicles. I don't know why. They just slipped my mind because they weren't the Fitz and the Fool books. Then I got the great idea that I wanted to reread Tawnyman before I read the Rainwilds and before I got this. And now my time is running out because the final book of this is coming out in May, I think, and I still haven't finished my reread of Tawnyman. I read the first 2 books, Fool's Errand and The Golden Fool, I think 2 years ago now, but I haven't been able to read Fool's Fate yet. I started to read it once and then I put it aside and read other books instead. And that is weird because it is my favorite book of Robin Hobb's that I've read so far, but I know that it will crush me emotionally because I have read it once before. So I have just been putting it off and wanted to find that perfect time to read it without any interruptions and really throw myself in that story and not read anything else but that book for a week or so that it would take me to read it. And I haven't done that, and now I need to read that and the Rainwild Chronicles and the first 2 books in this trilogy before I can get to the final book, which is coming out in like 2 months. Help! So yeah, that was my video of the top 5 fantasy books that I most want to read currently. Let me know what is your number 1 fantasy or science fiction book that you would really like to read right now. And I think that's all from me for now. I will see you in my next video, and bye for now.